yeah, can I get a, oh yeah, can I get a?
Your focus is broken, but here's how to fix it. Now, when you think about focus, like right now, the focus on this camera is tuned in to its optimal position. But if the camera operator were to come in here and adjust it, then my face would be blurry and you wouldn't be able to see me. You'd still be able to know that there's a person sitting there, but you wouldn't be able to see with clarity. And so when I think about focus, that's what I think about. A lot of times, entrepreneurs, we think that we know what we want, but we need to make those fine adjustments. And that's what I want to help you with in this episode. How do you fine tune that focus and fix it so that you can go after what it is you believe God is calling you to go after? Now, being a faith-based entrepreneur adds a couple of layers of complexity to what we do. And here's why. Because I don't want to just run a multi-million dollar business. I want to run the multi-million dollar business that God has called me to run. Now, the problem with that, and that sounds amazing, it sounds altruistic and all the fuzzy, warm and fuzzy stuff. The problem with that is sometimes I lose focus. Sometimes I lose my alignment. Sometimes I lose my patience. Sometimes I get off track, and I'm a little bit slow. So sometimes I don't hear what God is telling me to do in that season. And so I've found that there are 5 things that kind of help me stay in alignment and stay in focus. The first thing is faith. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And it can sometimes lead people, if you're not careful, in directions that they were never meant to go. Comparison is one of the things that will cause your faith to get unaligned. Doubt is another thing that can derail your faith, because you don't see it. So how do you remain faithful to something? How do you have faith about something that you haven't seen yet, that you can't say, I know this to be true because I've seen it, outside of the other things that God has done, right, in your life and in your career. But if you're anything like me, your vision is huge and you don't know how it's going to happen because it's bigger than you, and it's bigger than what you can conceive, which is kind of the point. But that same element causes you sometimes to get out of alignment because you start to try to figure out how you can make it happen when it was not meant for you to figure out in the first place. And so that's the thing that I always tell faith-driven entrepreneurs to watch out for. If you knew how to do it, then it wouldn't be God's vision for your life, because I found He gives me a little bit of it to give me just enough faith to keep going, but it doesn't give me the whole thing. It would be cool, right? If God sat down across from me on the table and said, okay, Ozzy, here's what I need you to do. Here's the ultimate build out. Here's phase 1. Here's phase 2. Here's phase 3. But watch out for this in phase 1 because this might throw you for a loop because you're not expecting that to happen, but that's going to happen. But don't worry, I got you. And watch out in phase 2 because now it's even harder and even more things that you didn't expect are going to happen. But don't worry, I got you. And he laid out all the plans and it was clear, and I can write it down in the business plan. That would be cool. But I don't know about you, but that's not how God works in my life. It's like, Lord, I need you. And if you don't help me, then this thing is not going to work. And I've found myself saying that more times than I care to admit. But I've also found myself understanding that no matter what, when it's God's will, it works out. And it works out in ways that I couldn't have ever imagined. I know I talk about this all the time, but I'm going to say it until I'm blue in the face. But joy meter, that's the number 2 thing. Joy and happiness are not the same. Eating chocolate and popcorn makes me happy. Knowing that I'm living in my purpose, on purpose, and for purpose gives me joy. Joy is not a feeling. It is a state of being. It is no matter what's going on around me, I have joy, right? Again, Pepsi and Marvel movies, those make me happy. I enjoy doing it, but the joy of the Lord is my strength. Is that, if that makes sense? I think when you have that, as long as you have that, then you know you're going in the right direction. Money. You're an entrepreneur, so that's important. Your business needs to be generating revenue. If it's not, then start paying attention to why not. It could be a number of things. Did the market change? Are your customers unhappy? Is the product or the service that you're operating with, is it still relevant? Do you need to learn more? So don't follow the money, but allow where the money is and where the money is going to give you information and data on what you should be doing, right? Because if what you were doing in 2 years ago isn't working anymore, then you need to pivot and do something else that's working in this season. The fourth thing is people. People, this is always going to be your differentiator. If you have a team, I promise you, the entrepreneur who has the best team will win. Surround yourself with people that are going to level up your company and the vision and the mission. What's important, I think, is bringing them along the journey so that they understand what we're all building toward. I tease my team all the time. I always use we, even when it's just them that's doing the task or when it's just me. And I do that because I want everybody to be a part of the vision. We're a team. Some of us are the hands. Some of us are the feet. Some of us are the eyes. Some of us are the shoulders. Some of us are the eyes, the hands, and the shoulders. But we're all one team, and we can't do anything to the optimal level without each other. Number 5, and finally, is plan. Now, I know we talk a lot about faith. We talk a lot about calling. We talk a lot about purpose and what God wants us to do. God's a planner. If you look at creation, it's very meticulous. It's very strategic. It's very detailed. God's a planner. God's a planner, and He expects us to be planners as well. And so, as you're on this journey to mastery, understand that you need to be able to set a plan, follow that plan until the plan is no longer serving the vision, the mission, and the purpose, and execute 1% better every single day. If you do that, I guarantee you will not go wrong. And that's one of the things that we really dig deep in the Journey Feed. It's a group of entrepreneurs, faith-driven entrepreneurs like you who want to level up, who want to optimize purpose, who want to do it in fellowship and collaboration with other faith-driven entrepreneurs. And so totally free. I'm doing it two reasons, because I want to give back. I want to give of my overflow. And I want to help other purpose-driven entrepreneurs scale their audience, their income, and their impact. So again, invite other entrepreneurs that you think will get value from it. And I'll see you on the inside.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, can I get a oh yeah, can I get a